Yo. You're in the mix.
The world's finest, man. DJ.
It's the Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show on YouTube. Every Wednesday and Saturday evening. And we don't miss a beat.
Oh my God.
Shut the front door.
What?
We keep it real. We keep it simple. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show here on YouTube. Back in the building. Bigger and better than ever. Trying to make it do what it do. The Saturday show. We finished with another week, thank God. We didn't blow up nothing. We didn't start war with somebody else. People didn't go broke and go hungry as a whole. We're trying to do what the heck we can with the heck we got. With what the heck we got. And the cards that we dealt in this cruel world. But let me tell you something. Thank you, Jesus. We made it here to an end of another week. And I welcome you. I welcome each and every last one of you. Pros and cons. Subscribers and trolls, at least you're spending your time dealing with us and chopping up game. Again, let's start our social media. Capital B, capital R, Live on the Mic is our Twitter, Instagram, Big Rich Live on the Mic, _ between each word. Our website is www.bigrichlivonthemic.com. Our email address is bigrichlivonthemic@gmail.com, facebook.com// Big Rich Live on the Mic, and the Black Spot for show. .com, Big Rich Live on the Mic. Join the conversation, like, subscribe, share to your social media platform. Each one, teach one. That's the mantra that we go with here. And only through you, I can be bigger and better each and every weekend. So I appreciate all the views. Our Oscar show just went over 17,000 views. I sure appreciate it. We doing pretty dang on good. And I'm actually enjoying the movie review. We sort of got backed up. I don't want to do more than one show because I just don't have enough time. So we have 4, if not 5 movies already on deck to be recorded and reviewed. So I'm really looking forward to that. So we're going back to not even the original format, but I enjoy your questions. I really do. So what I wind up doing for this show is I got 15 questions. Unfortunately, we just really don't have enough time to give everybody's name and stuff like that. I apologize. Maybe, in the future, we taking baby steps. So maybe in the future we can do that. I know I did it in the past, but it took up so much time, so I was only able to answer like maybe 4 or 5 questions. So I got 15 questions. So we're going to try to make it do what it do and try to answer as many of these 15 questions as we can, because I don't want to run over. So the first one, the first question is, are you still changing your name? Well, a lot of people know, a lot of people don't. Originally, I was going to change my name because my name is Richard Bailey Jr., okay? That's the legal name. I was going to change it to, get rid of the Richard, get rid of the Jr., and replace it with a African name because my family, different parts of my family are now moving more towards our African roots, our African ancestries, because basically, long story short, our history did not start with the Europeans going to Europe, stealing us and bringing us over here for slavery. You know what I'm saying? We go back thousands of years. Some people say we was the original man. Oh, excuse me. Most people of scholarly background say that we was the original man, or the original man came from Africa. Feel me? But we go back to Mansa Musa, who to this day, if you correlate his money with today's money, he is still the richest man in history, period. Black man, black king, come from Africa. So I wanted to move towards that. So the name that I've picked, the name that I adopted is Jabali. Jabali means gentle king and leader. That's what I am. I'm very gentle. I'm a gentle giant. A lot of people say a big teddy bear, if you will. I very rarely get mad. You know, I don't like that side of me. But I lead. You know, anybody who's fooled with me at all know that, you know, I am a leader. You know, but I am not a total alpha. What I mean by that is not me the end all be all. I put the vision together with help. I put it out forward. I start it, and then I delegate for people who can help and do things on their own to achieve their own greatness. So that's what I was going to do. I got the paperwork together. Everything is straight. You know, I was getting ready to put it in, but then I thought, my mother passed away, God rest her soul, 2000, right? 2001, sorry. And that was the name that she died me having, you know. And some people say that, you know, I'm being overly simplistic, but it's my mom, you know. So now what I've decided to do was still drop the junior, but put the Jabali as my middle name. So my name will be Richard Jabali Bailey. So yes, I'm going to change my name, but no, not exactly how I originally have put it out. Question 2, what made you expand to 3 shows? Well, remember, this is the show that I started with. This is the flagship show. This is the show that the channel is named after. And actually, when I first started, I thought this was going to be the only show. That was just it, period. That's all I was going to do, right? But then as I evolved, as I got woke, I realized that there's a lot of negativity going on. You feel me? There's a lot of things for us and people like us, look like us, to be very angry and very disheartened about. And there was a lot of people putting out those types of shows that I watched on a regular basis. Tarika Leak, Dr. Boyce Watkins, you know, and so on and so on and so forth. Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, all of this type of stuff. And they were doing an excellent job. You know, they was doing an excellent job that I could not even try to touch. But I still would get inquiries about those subjects, and I still had things to say. I still have an opinion to give, but I just felt that I also was a movie buff. I got maybe 3,000 to 4,000 movies in my house in different genres. I go to the movies all the time when I can get a partner to go with me, because I don't like going to the movies by myself. So I was like, you know what? We chop back and forth on Twitter and stuff like that, and somebody just suggested, hey man, you know, you have a lot of knowledge about movies. You ever thought about movie review? And I did, you know, because I watched movie review from Grace Randolph, from the Schmoes, you know. I watched television show reviews from Collider Video and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, I can do that. I have an opinion. Let me go ahead on and chop that up. So that's why I decided to expand to that. The What's the Real Deal show, originally that was supposed to be like a how-to show, right? But then talking to my daughter, she was like, well, everybody does that. You know, everybody really does that and stuff. And you're not the most mechanically inclined. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do things in computers. So remember, I first started out with eBay, then I went to Prime, and then I was sort of stuck. And I was like, you know what? What's the Real Deal radio show? This one right here is a collaboration, if you will. It is a conglomeration of many subjects. So why not change the format of What's the Real Deal and let that be one subject that is hidden, that's coming with the fire, that you really know that you're going to spend multiple minutes in. And let's change that. So I've done that, 6 shows ago. And the outpouring of support and and positive reviews have been excellent. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's what made me expand to 3 shows. So all 3 shows are distinctly different, but they all tie into each other. Third one, this was funny when I saw it. Are you single? No. I'm not single. I'm actually married. And I plan on, God willing, being married to the day the good Lord called me home. So sorry. Number 4, who inspired you to start YouTube? Well, I've been inspired by a couple. Dr. Boyce Watkins, Tarika Lee, Jason Black, Professor Truth, Phil from the Advised Show Media, Kyle from Secular Talk, even to a lesser extent, the Young Turks. But also, I have to give my daughter some love also, because when I brought it to her, she had already had a channel, and her channel is Rihanna Nikes. Check it out. It's awesome. It's awesome. But then, I was like, we were talking. She was like, Dad, you've taught me so much. You need to put that out to other people, people who don't have dads that are in their life, people who are at those crossroads and don't have the knowledge or the willpower to get woke, if you will, or to search out their identity, search out your past. Remember, those who don't know the history are bound to repeat it. You feel me? So you want to check that out. So those are a few people who inspired me. Number 5, what books am I reading? First one I'm reading is by Dr. Claude Anderson. It's called Black Labor, White Wealth. It's an excellent book. I actually heard about it from Dr. Claude Anderson in one of his lectures. And then Dr. Boyce Watkins has been pushing it here lately. So I had to get it. So I got that. Once I finished that, I was going to read his second book. He has so many books, but the second book of his I got is called Powernomics. I'm going to wait off on that. I'm going to grab Dr. Michael Eric Dyson's book, Tears of the Sun, or something like that. Tears for Me, something. I'm sorry. I should have it. Unprepared as far as I'm concerned. But that'll be the next book I read, and then I'll read Powernomics. Okay, number 6. What do you wish to accomplish for your channel? Basically, what I said when I was talking to my daughter, or when we were talking, I hope to reach as many people as possible in a positive manner. I want people to understand your anger, to be angry. You should be angry. If you black and brown, especially black in this country, you should wake up angry all the time. You are not the problem. You are not the weird one to be angry. If the dominant society was to walk in our shoes for a week, they would be angry also. You feel me? So I want people to be angry, but I want them to use that anger in a positive and productive manner. Not go out and hurt people, not go out and steal from people, not go out and burn down places and stuff like that. Use it in a productive way. Organize, research, change from within. And if you can't change from within, get enough people and take over and change from without. You follow what I'm saying? Do a coup, if you will. That's what I accomplish. That's what I want to accomplish. When people reach out to me and tell me, hey, man, I saw your show. People, my old colleagues, they'll be like, man, I didn't know you had a YouTube show. You be killing them. That shows me that I'm doing something. That shows me that I'm reaching a select area of people, and I'm doing what I set out to do. When I can no longer do that, I won't do the show anymore. How did you escape the corporate plantation? Easy. I retired. The wild thing is I was on the plantation for 23 years. And if you count the 6 years that I was in the military before that, that's 27, right? 90% of the time I had no idea what the quote unquote plantation was, because I wasn't woke. I was never somebody who was a coon, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I was never anybody who was a trainer, didn't understand my history and that type of stuff. But I never really correlated it with what I was doing. You follow what I'm saying? As far as being a police officer and stuff like that. It wasn't until my latter years when I started studying, when I went to college and stuff like that, and listening to other people who had more experience in certain areas, politics, the justice system. Even though I was a police officer, I'm talking about the entire justice system. You know, that type of stuff. Labor, credit building, housing development, all gentrification, all of that type of stuff. When I learned that, then my last 2 years, I realized that I needed to get off the corporate plantation. I needed to keep my head down, move forward. And now that I'm off the corporate plantation, I launched my show, I launched my channel. I help a whole lot more people. I'm more outspoken and boisterous about things, and inadequacies and stuff like that. So that's how I did. I just retired, you know, and now I've never been happier. Trust me. When you don't have to work for the dominant society, when you can say what you need to say and not have to worry about repercussions in your bread. You follow what I'm saying? You can't talk shit, excuse my French, but you can't talk shit to the man while he paying your bills. You just can't. You just can't. I'm sorry. It just don't go that way. It don't work that way. Number 8. Where are you on formal education? I'm like, if you can get it, get it. If you can get it without being in so much debt that you're in the red for years to come, for decades to come after you get your degree, I say get it. I really do. And how do you do that? If you can't get a scholarship, us parents. Like when my daughter was born, her mom was insistent to make sure that we did a pre-college fund, she was able to go to college with that. You follow what I'm saying? It was $48, $58, $68, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't expensive a month, right? And we had that automatically taken. So us as parents, we need to make sure that we have a nest egg. So when our kids get to that age and they want to go to college, they can go to college. So I say, get it. You know, as long as you're not hundreds and thousands of dollars in debt, go ahead on and get it. Number 9, what equipment do you use for your channel? Oh my goodness. Right now I shoot my shows. I used to shoot my shows with a JVC Handycam. I still love that. I still have that hooked up for B-roll, but the camera that I'm shooting with now is the Sony A5100. Is an excellent camera. As you can see, it's lighting great. The one thing I don't particularly like about it is that about 21, 22, between 24 minutes, it overheats and it shuts down. So it sort of sucks. That's the main reason why most of my shows are 20 minutes, no longer than 24 minutes. But what I promise is I'm going to get through all 15 questions. So if we have to extend the show, then we will extend the show. I will get through them all. The mics are, I keep forgetting that. The MX, here it is. They're MXL 9s. I got 2 of them, as you can see. I have Rode handles, boot handles. I'm using a Behringer 6-channel USB mixer. I use 2 computers. You really can't see them. There's one down right here is a PC. This is a Pavilion, excellent PC. And I render over here on my 27-inch iMac. And what else? I use a old iPad 2 to run my music. And then I have 2 lights with it'll come to me, with 2 covers over them. So that's basically what I use. I'll do a shot by shot later on in another show. I'll do that. I'll just do that and I'll just put it up. It won't be on a regular show. I'll just upload it and you got to actually see it. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. How do I get better with photography, videography, and my channel? Practice. 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 You have to go out and do things. Practice every time you get a chance to go ahead and practice. Do that. Also, look at other people. I mean, YouTube is a wealth of information. I say YouTube is the how-to of Google. You follow what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you want to do. It doesn't matter what you want to learn. You put it in the search engine of Google and of YouTube, and it'll come and it'll show you. I've learned so many things. I knew nothing, absolutely nothing at all about the equipment used for a YouTube channel. And all I did was go on YouTube and I put, okay, what's the best camera? What's the best microphone? What's the best? How do I do this? How do I do that? And it lists. So what I would say is practice. And what I would say is go on YouTube and put, how do I get better doing this? And watch those videos. It'll help you out. It did me. 11. How do you not get discouraged when doing your videos and you don't get a whole lot of people? I can't really tell you how you can or how you can't because we're all different. But what I will say is it's normal to get discouraged because let me tell you something. There are people like when I first started putting up, I remember when I got to like 20, 30 videos total, right? And I was like, I should be getting more people. Because, I mean, if you look about I don't hide my subscribers. I only got 145, My daughter got over 1,000. Then some of the people that I listen to got tens of thousands. And the Young Turks got almost 4 million. It's content. You put up more content. You put up good content. You'll get people to funnel to your channel. You really will. But I'm sort of stagnant at this right now. But what I'm noticing since we moved into the new house, since I got, my new equipment and my new studio, if you will, I'm putting out more content on a regular basis. So you got to do that also. And you can't get discouraged. It'll come to you. It'll come. Don't get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Realize that, hey, I'm putting out good content. You got to put out good content on a regular basis and you'll get the subscribers that you're looking for. Why do people think that if you love black people, you must hate white people? Insecurities and ignorance. The fact of the matter, see me, I'm not the type of person going to sit there and say I love all black people because I don't. I really don't. There's some of us who look like me that don't need to be around. I'm just sorry. It is what it is. You follow what I'm saying? What I say is I love myself and I love like-minded people that are like me, right? Like-minded people. That is like me. And I also want to advance my people because for 450 years, we've been told that basically we were savages hanging from trees. We got kidnapped over here. We had a brief period of slavery. According to Texas, it was indentured servants. It wasn't slavery. And then you had Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman, jumps all the way to Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. They don't mention Malcolm X and nothing like that. Don't mention the Black Panthers. And then boom, you have President Obama. That's basically what the dominant society wants you to believe. So I do feel that the advancement of my people, because I understand the psychology of people. I understand that if you're told as a people constantly that you ain't shit, excuse my French, let's just be raw, we all grown, that you ain't shit, then there's going to be a certain segment of your population that can be, well, shit, I ain't shit. Well, I'm going to act like I ain't shit. You don't give a damn about me. I'm going to make you not give a damn about me because I'm going to hurt you. That type of stuff right there. So you definitely have to realize that loving yourself is not hating somebody else. And if they feel that way, that's a they problem. That's not a you problem. That's a they problem. Okay. Last one. What's it again? What do you think about homeschooling kids? If I could have homeschooled my child, if I had been woke back then, I would have homeschooled her. I really would have, at least to get the basics down of our history. But what we did do is, once she was finished doing her homework, we would read, we would study, we would talk. To this day, we talk about our history and stuff like that. You ask her, what is my mantra? It's know your history. You have to know your history. So if you can't homeschool your child, then when they get home, after they finish their homework, then you have another study. You can make it interactive. You can make it fun to when they really want to finish their homework, because they want to get to the stories of Mansa Musa. They want to get to talk about the George Washington Carvers, the Marcus Garveys in detail. They want to talk about the Nat Turners and the Haitian Revolution. They want to talk. They want to hear about apartheid in South Africa. They want to hear how Africa and Haiti has been raped and pillaged and made to be, quote unquote, third world, when before the Europeans came, they were the first world, and the European countries was, quote unquote, third world. They need to know and hear that. So if you can, definitely do it, especially if your child is in a failing school system. Now you might say, well, Dag, because they're in a failing school system, I'm working 2 and 3 jobs. So a lot of times when I get home, they sleep. Okay, then that's fine. Well, what happens to the weekends? The weekends look, okay, fine. I know you want to go out and play. That's cool. But we're going to take an hour Saturday. We're going to take an hour Sunday, even when I'm cooking. You follow what I'm saying? Well, we're going to sit down and we're going to go over what we have done as a people. That's what I suggest that you guys do as far as that concerned. So we got all the questions done. Like, subscribe, share. Please do that. Put this or reshare this to your social media platforms. I appreciate it. I'll see you Wednesday for the Hump Day show. In the meantime, in between time, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, peace, and I'm out of here.